Welcome back. We're watching Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Before I get Joseph Mukwuzi talking, let's hear from you guys. Let's go to our social media platforms on Twitter. Olaomi Olatokumbo says, why not Onyekuru, Peter Olayinka, and Awoniyi in the team? These guys are scoring almost every week in Belgium. Coach Ganaro has picked his team, and you heard the guys yesterday at YD. You don't touch a winning team, not yet. We recognize that there are talents everywhere, but you don't. And then our Holyfield, Mrs. Starchit, says, quoting Governor Odomi Manuel, saying, when you see discipline, you see success. Very, very important for the Super Eagles. Praise pictures. Going with YD Akoni says it's going to end Nigeria 3, Zambia 0. Okay, well, now TK Vine has a contrary opinion. That's talking about balance, right? They say, I'm pretty scared about Nigeria's left back, Ichejile. I feel he's slow and the Zambians might capitalize. What's your take? You're asking me. Come on. Let me bring in Joseph Mukwuzi. Joseph, good to have you for tonight.
Yeah, always a pleasure, Austin. So much momentum, excitement in the air. You know, like the game against Cameroon when the hearts were palpitating, seriously, thinking that it might not be a good result. This time around, there's so much. People seem to be so very, very optimistic, and there's almost as if Christmas is about to come earlier than expected. There's going to be a tough encounter, no doubt about it, but I do believe that with what we have, with the level of discipline that has been over and over re-echoed and emphasized, I think the Super Eagles have what it takes to get the job done excellently against Zambia.
Jonathan on Twitter says, the will, asking, do you think the Super Eagles have what it takes to beat the Chipolopolo of Zambia? And when Serap said they will, they look vibrant in recent time. It's going to be the smoothest qualifying ever, having started well in
Zambia.
It's all about the starts. That start was already
exactly. You know, it just kind of, it was totally unexpected. When you look at the grouping, you know, yesterday I was listening to Tony Bitoye gave a jab to do not do that.
You bring that in.
I don't want to bring that. Okay. You know, so on paper, it never looked like this. Nobody ever saw it coming. And with the way Eagles the way they were able to take out the first game 2-1 was totally unexpected. And that kind of, they built on the momentum played against Algeria.
1-3-1, 3-1, 4-0,
and then 1-1. You know, it's almost as if everything has set up quite nicely for them. It's difficult at this stage for Nigeria to lose it. And with the way they've comported themselves and the level of discipline we've seen so far, I think it will be, we'll close it up.
Everybody talking about discipline. That's the soul of an army. Very, very important. Friday Fine will be, says, I believe the Super Eagles will carry the day convincingly. Convincingly.
It looks like
Fine, give us a scoreline. This your social they will carry convincingly.
But
give us a scoreline.
We have to be very careful. I foresee a situation where they would really try to contain us. They know that we have the ability to strike at them. So they might want to, you know, soak up
no negative football.
Yeah, you understand? I know they don't play negative football, but they would want a situation where the first half will end, you know, goalless, and then come in the second half, knowing fully well that they have very little to lose. But we must, as Wahidi said, ensure that we, from the blast of the whistle, will go at them and try and get goals. That will force them to come at us and then concede more goals.
That's right. That's right. From the blast of the whistle, we should just get it going. Let's just take this last comment before we go to the ITO Cup. Henry Adamu says the debate over who should start in goal tells us that there is a gap in that department. It's not about competition.
Yeah, there is. You know, of course, Carly Keme's injury. You know, he took over seamlessly. You know, from Iyama, and since he left, he did not really acquaint himself well against South Africa. And Ezenwa has shown a lot of zeal, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and there's maturity too as well in the circumstance. For him to have kept the way he did against Cameroon, of all teams, a highly tension-soaked match, and put up such a performance. I mean, it shows that he's to an extent come of age, and he's been very active lately with Wafu, with the Chan Eagles, and at this stage, it's very important to ride the momentum. Don't try to effect any drastic change. Just allow the same team together, you know, and then we have players that can come in off the bench and serve as spark plugs to effect, you know, at various stages in the game, come in and, you know, cause commotion in the sight of the enemy, you know. But right now, I wouldn't want a change at all, in as much as there are very good players on the bench who can come in and also, you know, replace those that makes the first team.
So let's just give you some Super Eagles camp update before we go to the ITO Cup. Some of the things you already know. Let's just confirm a full house for the Super Eagles complete team on ground, and you listen to the governor there saying that's a compliment in itself. Victor Moses arrived at the training camp in Uyo this afternoon, so we have the complete squad right there. The Chipolopolo of Zambia land in Nigeria expected in Uyo tomorrow. Tickets will go on sale at designated areas in Uyo, so you need to listen, follow up in the media. The Akwa Ibom State government, they have slashed the tickets by 50%. Popular stand is 500 naira, while covered stand is 1,000 naira. So if they are bringing 400,
that's recharge card money.
let's fill up the stands, and then the match officials are expected in Uyo tomorrow. We are bracing up for this one. It's going to be super duper football competition, adrenaline pumping. If you love your football, if you love your Super Eagles, particularly this period where they're telling us they can be darling again.
We love them now.
We love them so much right now, Joseph. I think the only way we can show them that we love them is to go out there, support the Super Eagles of Nigeria, root for them in any way you can, and let's see if they can just do more than what they did against Cameroon right there at the Gospel Akpabio International Stadium in New York. Let's talk about the 2017 ITO Cup. And I told you at the start of the program that defending champions, Rivers Angels, they have qualified for the final. How did they do it? They crushed Bielsa Queens, 4-0. That's champion stuff right there. That's how to win. Our first leg ended 2-2. And then now 4-2, 6-2 aggregate scoreline. Easy does it for Rivers Angels.
Yeah, totally expected. And they are the champions, and they proved their mettle. And what a convincing win, 4-0. I mean, what happened to Bielsa Queens? They were able to get 2 in the first leg, and this time around, they never came close. Rivers Angels are showing that indeed, this isn't their enough. They are out to get a double. They're vying for the Super 4, and they are one of the top contenders. And now they've qualified for the final of the ITO Cup. You can't bet against them not winning it with the array of players they have. They're like the Real Madrid of Nigerian football, the Galacticos, you know, players who've been abroad and back, and all of them are just camped in Rivers Angels. You know, I mean, they have the funds, the governor is really helping out a lot, and you can't bet against them at this stage.
I know. So we're still waiting for the organizing committee to tell us when this game will play. The next semi-final, Ibom Angels. They are just chilling, waiting to know who their opponent will be. At first, we thought it was going to be Abia Angels, but a memo came out from the office of the organizing committee saying it's now Confluence Queens because Abia Angels fielded ineligible players. Joseph,
so sad for Aunt Chejile. So sad for her. And I was thinking that she would at least, you know, get to a point where she would contest for a title. And now I don't know what will happen to her on her job. Really, let's see how it pans out in the coming days.
Second for the men semi-final fixtures. We're waiting to see what FC Fianroba can do. They lost the first leg in Lokoja 4-2. In any way, they said they're going to fight.
It's quite sad. They were actually 2-0 up, you know, and somehow they connived, you know, to contrive to concede 4 in the second half. It was totally shocking, quite frankly, very, very shocking. And I know when they get to nil, they will try to, you know, it's a fight. They just need 2 goals because they have to go 2 away goals. It's a club that they always want to play in the continent. And when you look at the funding behind it, they are home to the most expensive player in the league, Godwin Obaji. Your Preko has been doing a great job, and let's see, you know, how the whole thing would set up.
That's right. The second semi-final game for the men's ITO Cup is Akwa United versus Sunshine Stars. Sunshine Stars won the first leg in the Jebo Day by a single goal. The second leg will be played on Sunday. That's it. Let's go on this final break. When we come back, we'll wrap up this show. Don't go anywhere. Stay.